Hi folks, this is Colton DeBiase with the Jennerstown Speedway race recap for September 5th, 2020. It was a jam-packed night of racing along with some other festivities as well. So let's get to the highlights. The night started off with the on-track autograph session where fans got to interact with their favorite drivers. Along with the autographs, it was Hall of Fame induction night where 5 new members were immortalized at the Speedway. We kicked things off with the heat races for the Farmers Union Co-op Chargers with only one heat race for this 8-car lineup. The 6-lap contest gave the points leader Dale Kimberly the win with a close battle for second as Steven Singo got by Cody Gaynor coming out of turn 4. Now moving on to the Somerset Trust Fast and Furious 4s. We unfortunately could not get highlights of the first heat race, but Michael Mull was able to hold off Jeff Vassos for the win. Moving on to the second heat race now, as with 4 laps to go, the number 7 of Evan Nybert looks to the outside of Jason Truscott for the lead. Nybert is able to get around him with no problem coming out of turn 2. Nybert would hold on to win as Truscott would end up finishing third. Now it's the heat races for the Ron's Collision Center Street Stocks. We saw some great action in the first heat as the number 9 of Angie Kimberly was knocking on the door of Aaron Van Fleet lap after lap, coming down the front stretch with 3 laps to go. Kimberly tried to the low side of Van Fleet, but he was able to maintain the lead. Now to the final turn. Kimberly tried to go to the low side once again, but she ran out of real estate as Aaron Van Fleet picks up his 4th heat win of the season. Moving on to the second heat race. An early battle for second between the 74 of Jeff Barclay and the 20 of Josh Kokenauer. Going down the backstretch, Kokenauer is able to clear Barclay. However, this race belonged to Casey Flegel, winning the heat in dominating fashion by a few car lengths. It's time now for the Stoystown Auto Records Modifieds. 2x2 going down the backstretch to start the race. Coming out of turn 4, it is the number 83 of Cindy Shawless as she grabs the lead from Dustin Gursky. But not so fast for Shawless as the number 75 of RJ DeLappy runs down Shawless and gets around her coming out of turn 2 on the last lap. Shawless makes an effort to get around him in turn 4, but it is DeLappy picking up the win in the first heat race. On to heat race number 2. Everyone goes single file in lap 1, and it is the number 31 of Anthony Aiello up front. It would stay that way for the remaining 8 laps as Aiello was able to hold off Tom Golick for his 3rd heat race win in a row. Switching to the Martellus Pharmacy late models to conclude the heat races for the night. It is the 16 of Jeremy Schaefer jumping out to the early lead, but it doesn't last long as the defending track champion and Teddy Gabala comes charging on the outside of Paul Fesch Jr. and Schaefer to take the lead in just 1 lap. It would stay that way for the rest of the contest as Teddy Gabala picks up his first heat win since June 20th. Now to the last heat race of the night. Only a few laps in and we already have a battle for the lead as the 2 veterans, Barry Audi and Gary Wiltrout, battle it out as Audi in that black 75 goes to the inside of Wiltrout to take the lead. Now to the final lap. Wiltrout still in second until the young gun of Albert Francis comes flying in to run him down on the final turn. Audi would hold on to win for his 4th heat win of the season. After a short intermission, we return for the 5 feature events, starting with the Farmers Union Co-op Chargers. Young Will Heminger started on the pole, but it was not long until the number 22 of Dale Kimberly took command of the lead. Heminger would hold on to second for 11 laps until the number 7 of Steven Singo took over the spot after a long side-by-side battle with each other. Kimberly would go on to win once again as he stayed undefeated on the night and racking up feature win number 6 on the season. Next came the Somerset Trust Fast and Furious 4s. After they had to redo the start of the race, the cars were all over the place as Evan Nybert took the lead on lap number 1. The number 13 of Lance Shawley and the 12 of Jeff Vassos battled the whole race for that second spot, and Vassos was able to take it away after he went 3 wide between Shawley and the lap car of Jason Truscott. Vassos was still not able to run down the 7 of Nybert as he was able to hold on for his 3rd win of the season. Then it was time for the Ron's Collision Center Street Stocks as the pole sitter Mel Wilt took command of the early lead. Then 10 laps in came the charging 113 of Casey Flegel, who dominated his heat race earlier in the night. He came from the 10th spot to 4th as he got by Aaron Van Fleet and Zach Tadero to take 2nd. At lap 14, Flegel said hello to the rear bumper of Wilt as he cleared him coming out of turn 4 into the front stretch. It was smooth sailing for Flegel then as he picked up the win and adds to his points lead over Aaron Van Fleet. Next came along the Stoystown Auto Records Modifieds. John Fama, who started 2nd, maintained control of the lead for the first 2 laps. Then the number 98 of Tom Golick joined the party as he took over the lead after a pass on the outside of Fama. After a restart due to a non-accident caution, Golick ran away with a comfortable lead as he got the win after a long drought and got to celebrate his mother's 82nd birthday in Stoney's Beer Victory Lane. And finally, the Mertellus Pharmacy's late models put on a terrific show to start as the defending track champion Teddy Gabala took the early lead from the 16 of Jeremy Schaefer on the backstretch. After the 3-car maintained the lead for over 20 laps, the professor, Barry Audi, came storming up to the front to have a nice battle with Gabala for the lead. And no one could count out the 33 of Albert Francis either, who made it all the way up to 3rd after starting 12th. After looking at the corner panel of the 3-car long enough, Audi made his move on the inside for the lead with 4 laps to go. After getting through lap traffic, Audi and Gabala were side by side as Audi took the lead with 2 laps to go. The winningest driver in track history would then hold off Gabala and Francis as he parked his car in a place he was looking for all season, which was Stoney's Victory Lane, to conclude a day of some great racing and fireworks as well to put the cherry on top for the night. And folks, don't forget that next Saturday, September 12th, the must-see sprint cars will make a stop here at the Big J, along with our 5 divisions of racing that we see here every week as we are gearing up towards championship night, which will be held right here on September 19th.